kept you waiting long enough. You're ready for some more wrestling! The following contest is a singles match.
As Charli Evans, who was injured earlier on this weekend, was taken out of this match, comes to the stage. Millie McKenzie, the second head of the serpent, if you like, of the Medusa complex, attacks Toni Storm from behind, and Millie McKenzie and Charli Evans, who made their presence known against Ginny recently, meant to be in action today against the odd couple of Ginny and Toni Storm, if you like, the original collection here at the Women's Progress Division, Progress Women's Division rather. And Toni Storm now has managed to turn it round.
Yeah, Millie McKenzie and Charli Evans, the Medusa complex, made the statement that they were here, and in their words, to fuck things up. They made the statement that they're going to make 2020 the year of the Medusa complex, and what a coup it would be for the Medusa complex to take out a Progress original,
McKenzie with the cover.
The very first Progress Women's Champion in Toni Storm.
McKenzie rolling the dice, and you've got to believe that both the Medusa complex, once Toni Storm was announced to be even just in tag team competition today, they know about the neck troubles of Toni Storm, and Millie McKenzie, who used to be adored around these parts, has pretty safely put herself and Charli Evans in the do not like category.
Well, this is one of the things I have to say, Glenn. I think Charli Evans potentially has unlocked a certain aggressiveness, a different sort of side to Millie McKenzie that we haven't seen before, a more kind of vicious, vindictive side. The Millie McKenzie that I know certainly wouldn't have shown the disrespect to Toni Storm by attacking her from behind if it was 1 year ago, even 6 months ago.
Of course, Millie McKenzie and Charli Evans have been around the world, becoming tag team champions in Japan. They've had single success in their own rights, and I know that Charli Evans has, how do we say this nicely, got a bit of a taste for hers and other people's blood as of late. That's personifying the snake element of this Medusa complex, and that's exactly what you were alluding to, Fraser. McKenzie with this dangerous side to her. She was already talented. We always just talk about how young she was, how much potential she has, but she's starting to realize that potential now. She wrenches back on that butcher's hook on Toni Storm.
It's an exceptionally smart strategy on Millie McKenzie. She's wrenching back on the neck, but she's also applying all of her body weight as well to put even more torque, even more pressure on that, like you mentioned, the damaged neck of Toni Storm.
Oh, Storm with a fairly ineffectual forearm and a big one from McKenzie. Cover. And Storm. Toni Storm has been in a fair share of wars with Kaylee Ray as of late, suffering some serious injuries in the process, but that's what happens. And Fraser, you can attest to this as well, is that there's so many injuries you can pick up when you've got such an extensive diary and so many matches that the likes of Toni Storm will have over the course of a year.
You're right, it's not just the big injuries that you pick up, it's the little niggling injuries. You could have a small injury to your fingers, you could have a small injury to your toes, they all add up, and if they keep racking up, it certainly makes you not as effective as you could be as a professional wrestler. We see Toni Storm hitting that suplex there.
Not only suplex Millie, but suplex Toni there with that German, and now Toni building up a head of steam. Dives to the outside and pulls McKenzie down with her. Toni sending McKenzie under the bottom rope. Diving clothesline. Inside legs hooked. Toni now could be going for that. Storm zero pile driver instead. McKenzie has both. Legs goes to throw a line. Oh, and another German suplex after Toni Storm evades the clothesline. Another waist lock. Go behind by suplex Millie.
And there's those German suplexes that Millie McKenzie is famed for, and it's dropping Toni down onto her already injured neck.
And Storm again, returning the favor with that big German suplex. Oh! McKenzie now. To a standing position. Waist lock. And again the German suplex. Storm's just folded up after that.
I think this is an interesting contest. You have to think that the Progress Women's Champion Ginny is playing a close eye upon this match between these two individuals. Who is going to be the #1 contender to Ginny's Women's Championship?
Oh, Toni Storm straight up out of that German suplex and a clothesline. Puts down McKenzie, and Fraser, you're absolutely right that mentioned the phrase already today, jockeying for position. McKenzie and Evans said they wanted to make this Progress Women's Division mean something in 2020, the year of the Medusa Complex.
And it's all about who represents the Progress Women's Division. The Medusa Complex are adamant that 2020 is going to be their year.
Both women pulling themselves up in their respective corners now. McKenzie with a head of steam. Toni goes up and over the top. Diving back elbow by McKenzie, and what's she going for?
So, Angel's Wings.
Cover by McKenzie. Deep cover! You've got to believe that even with what Millie McKenzie has achieved over the last year, that a victory over Toni Storm here would be somewhat of an upset considering Toni's championship pedigree. Oh! And get the full roundhouse on that, but pop-up powerbomb stacks her up. Now, McKenzie. Oh! Storm zero pile driver. Cover! Oh my goodness, Millie McKenzie kicking out of the pile driver. Only a count of 2.
Millie McKenzie having a kick out there purely on instinct, and you saw the face of Toni Storm of disbelief. And what?
Charli Evans. Well, Charli Evans is taking that knee brace off. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot wrong with the other half of the Medusa Complex at this point. Spear by McKenzie. And McKenzie.
Your winner, Millie McKenzie.
just saying, Fraser, you've got to think that was an upset of sorts. Now Charli Evans with...
And we saw this, the Medusa complex going against Ginny, and we seen them going 2-on-1 on Toni Storm and using that knee brace.
Well, Evans and McKenzie said what their mission statement was, and Charli Evans, I don't know if the injury isn't maybe as bad as she was making out of.
Was this just a was this just a game plan on the part of the Medusa?
And the Progress Women's Champion is heading down to the ringside to chase off the Medusa complex. This is what it was meant to be all along, was the team of Ginny and Toni Storm. As Charli Evans and Millie McKenzie are making an exit out the back door here. The fact is, Fraser, Millie McKenzie picks up a win here against the former Progress Women's Champion Toni Storm, and for the strangest times I can think of, I never thought I would see the day where Ginny would be coming to the aid of Toni Storm.
Yeah, right there, Glenn. These two storied rivals in the annals of Progress history. And Toni Storm not knowing what to think at this moment.
You've got to believe the hell that these two have put each other through since the conception of the Progress Women's Division Natural Progression Series. 2 of the 3 finalists. Toni Storm eventually won that championship. Ginny using a House of Couture to take it off Toni Storm in Manchester, and now that's a mutual respect between the queen of the Progress Women's Division, the Progress Wrestling Women's Champion Ginny, and Toni Storm. And I can only wonder what's next in the chapters that we seem to be continually writing between Toni Storm and Ginny.